Hey, everybody, it's Patrick
And I'm Greg.
with the next in our series of Advent Calendar Reveals featuring retro computers that we've all used.
All right, excellent. What do we have today, Patrick?
So, Greg, today we have the TRS-80 Model 100, which was, I believe, their first portable computer. It's not like the laptops we see today. It's even smaller than that. But what made it really unique was it ran on 4 AAA batteries or AA batteries.
It certainly did. And some people left them in it when they put them away and stored them.
Which left a mess to clean up. We do have one ad for it, which I'll play now.
Okay.
Fletcher, I don't need that report tomorrow.
Great, JT.
I need it tonight.
But JT...
Fletcher saved $300 on her office away from the office. Radio Shack's revolutionary Model 100 computer. It's a word processor, phone directory, and dialer. It even communicates with the office computer.
Fletcher, how's that report? Fletcher.
Radio Shack's Model 100. Save $300 and put it to work.
You'll go far, Fletcher. You'll go far.
Okay. Have you ever used one of those, Patrick?
I have had one in my hands a couple of times. I've never owned one. I know that, one of the great things about it is not only could you buy this, but they had an acoustical coupler add-on that plugged into a port on the back of it, and it came as two cups. So It wasn't like there used to be acoustical couplers that had a big tray like this that you put the handset in. This one just was two cups on wires, and one of its biggest uses was for press people. They could pack that coupler and this thing up. They could go write a story, like go into a courtroom and be recording, make their notes. They could write their entire story, hit a payphone, put the coupler on it, and upload their story to the editors from remote far away, which was a lot simpler and a lot more portable than any other device that was available at that time.
Just like that Zytron that I had.
Yeah. This basically does everything that Zytron does.
But it weighs a lot less.
It weighs 2 pounds. And it runs on AA batteries.
It weighs 3.1 pounds.
Oh.
With batteries in it. Okay. Tandy had Kyocera do the manufacturing for this. It had a CPU of Intel 80C85. The 8K version was $1,099, which translates to about $3,400 in today's dollars. The 24K version was $1,399, so $300 more, and today's money would be $4,300. They sold 6,000 in the first month, which they were pretty happy with, and somewhere over 100,000 overall.
Yeah, over time, the prices did keep coming down, especially as memory prices came down. So I think you could get more memory later. But the prices of this thing, I think I've seen them listed for advertisements for as little as $399 in the later time frames.
Gotcha. Well, you could get a cassette or a 5 1/4 or a 3.5 for it. The screen had 8 lines of 40 characters.
There was an expansion box that you could get for this that you plugged in, plugged one cable in. It was, you might call it the first docking station. You plugged the cable in, and the expansion box had a floppy drive in it, and it had a video out. So if you were back at your desk, you could plug this thing in, save your files to the floppy, but also have a regular monitor and just use its keyboard.
I gotcha. As far as OS, all I could find was it has a custom designated runtime in firmware.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
ROM. And in fact, if I remember correctly, on the bottom of there's a little hatch. There's places for more ROM chips. So you could add there were a limited number of software packages you could get that came on those ROM chips.
I have one of these that we featured on the channel not too long ago. I still have to get back to it. Somebody left the batteries in it. It's corroded like crazy, and I just not have gotten back to trying to get rid of all the corrosion, but at least I've stopped it.
Yeah. Well, one of the, I said reporters use this. One thing that was unique and nice on this is it had a real keyboard. So you could touch type, and that's why they were using it for word processing. If you look at that interface you were talking about, the 8 lines, you'll see your documents would appear in that file explorer like thing, but it also had basic, and you could write basic programs. You could use word processing. I think there was a spreadsheet for it, but it was really easy to use. There were similar things. I don't know if you remember the Casio little portable computer. There were like these 2-line things. I think they ran a very similar type of thing, but their screens weren't as big and they had really nasty keyboards. Hope you like this latest reveal on our advent calendar of retro computers. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up.
And if you want to keep watching, hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the bell, you'll get notified every time we have a new episode.
And if you haven't watched all of the videos in this series, there should be a link on your screen so you can go to our Advent Calendar playlist and see past episodes.